and I am on for another live stream with you guys, okay? So before I get into my accoutrements, you guys, let me turn on my big screen so that I can see myself, okay? And I did have to close it down because I hit the schedule by mistake, okay? Hopefully I didn't do that again, okay? So, sometimes, we have technical difficulties, okay? We just try to work around it, and do the best that we can with what we got, okay? So it looks like we're on, you guys. And so let me see what type of delay I have right now. And while I'm doing that, you guys, come on in, come on in. I see the hearts. Okay, thank you for the love. Appreciate it very much. Okay, you guys come on in. And also, you guys be reminded that your girl has attention deficit. Okay, so if you leave a comment and I don't respond to you guys right away, that just simply means that I'm up in the ethers. Okay, pulling down the messages for you guys. Okay, giving you the tea that you need to set you free. However, after the I will say hi to the chat, okay? And I'll try to give shout outs to as many of you guys as I can, okay? Spirit says, yeah, she will do that, okay? Confirmation, all right? So, yeah, you guys, so welcome to my channel, okay? And I thank you guys in advance for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes, okay? Also, thank you to those of you guys who are continuing to purchase readings with your girl and also leaving me lovely donations. I appreciate it very, very much, okay? Thank you, one, and thank you all, okay? Yeah. Okay, y'all, so we're going to get into it, okay? Ain't nothing to it but to do it, and hopefully I won't be on here too much longer, but too long. But I say that all the time, you guys, and I end up being here over an hour. But we're going to see. We're going to see what becomes of today's read, okay? So I have a pick a card reading, you guys, okay? We have two piles, and today's topic is beware. They're trying to throw you off your A game, okay? That's right, dear one, because I'm hearing from Spirit that a lot of you guys, dear one, as you are minding the business that pays you, a lot of people are noticing that you're not around, okay? You're not around to be their problem solver. You're not around to be the mediator. You're not around for people to pick and blame you for things that have absolutely nothing to do with you. You're not around for people to pull you or lure you into their drama, okay? It's like you guys are not only back in the cut, but it's like you're out of, you're out of dodge. You're out of harm's way around, certain type of people that have personality disorders, certain type of people that don't know how to accept no and rejection and don't know how to move on, certain type of people, dear one, that things just because who they are or whatever type of title or position that they have or used to have in your life, that they're entitled to remain in your life and that you don't have a right to say no, okay? So it's giving, dear one, people from your past, people that, they have some type of box, dear one, that they tried to put you guys in. And because you are no longer in that box, okay, and you're dancing to the beat of your own drums, or you're not worrying about these other people, dear one, it's like, they're very upset that, you're off doing your own thing. You're making strides, okay? You guys have cut back and cut off a lot of people that you have found to be distractions, people that, have been trying to hold you back. And so you got people, dear one, now they're gunning for you. They're trying to throw you off your A game. And we're going to talk about who these people are, dear one, and what it is about you as far as your A game is concerned that they're trying to throw you off, okay? Because a lot of you guys are making a lot of strides, okay, on the financial tip, on the financial realm, okay, on the relationship realm, okay, whether it's, with a partner or whether it's, relationship with yourself, you loving yourself. I'm hearing self-love is the best love, and you guys establishing boundaries, putting yourself first, okay? All of these beautiful things that a lot of people, dear one, are very offended by. And, it's like now they want to gun for you. They want to come for you, dear one. They want to throw you off your A game because they don't like how, you're out of dodge. You're out of harm's way. You're out of the drama. You're out of the chaos and everything that's going on in their lives, okay? And then everything that's going on around them in their community, their vicinity, okay? Or, in the society in general. They feel as though, who do you think you are? Like you extra special, or you're not going through certain things, you're not getting hit, hit, metaphysically or metaphorically in terms of, getting caught up in some situations and some hardships, okay? It's because it's like they want, because they don't know what's going on in your life, okay? It's like they assume that, your life is just peachy keen, it's all good in the neighborhood 24/7. You don't have no issues, no problems, you don't have no bad days, no rain, no nothing, okay? Everything is all good, everything is all butterflies and rainbows, okay? So this person, they want, whomever they are, or for some of you guys, it's a group of people, they're very delusional. And because they're constantly comparing your life to their life, your struggles to, their struggles, or what they perceive to be your struggles or lack of struggles, okay? Now, dear one, they want to throw you off your A game, okay? So we're going to get into it, okay? So we have pile one, okay? For those of you guys who chose pile one, we have the heart chakra in reverse, okay? Let me flip it so you guys can see it, okay? It's the number 4 heart chakra, okay? It was in reverse, okay? That's for those of you guys who chose pile one. And then for pile 2, you guys, we have the card number 1, passion ignited. The number 1, passion ignited, okay? All right. So for those of you guys who chose pile 1 and pile 2, this is going to represent the energy that you guys are currently imbuing, okay? You yourself, okay? So let's start off with, for those of you guys who chose pile 1, okay? So again, we have the heart chakra, the number 4 in reverse, okay? So dear one, it's like in this season, you guys are exuding this type of energy where you're like, you know what? I used to get taken advantage of so much because people thought that I was too nice. And, I realized that I have overextended myself. I realized that I said yes too many times when I should have said no, or when I gave people the benefit of the doubt when I shouldn't. And then each time that I did that, unfortunately, it bit me in my ass, okay? So now, it's not that I'm a bitch, okay? Although I have turned up my inner roar, it's not that I'm a bitch per se. It's just that, I've come to realize that, I have a lot to give. I'm working with a lot, okay? I am all of that in a bag of chips, okay? I am who I think I am, and I know that everybody else recognizes that as well. So I'm no longer going to be selling myself cheap. So it's like, if you can't give back to me at the same rate or reciprocity that I give back to you, then I'm not going to deal with you at all. So dear one, because you guys have made like a drastic change in terms of, you overextending yourself to everybody and giving your love, your attention, your support, you everybody's cheerleader, because you have pulled back and you stopped doing that, people, dear one, are now offended. They're like, oh my God, this person, they're so closed off, they're such a bitch. They're so cold hearted now, okay? This mofo, he's so mean, okay? He's so arrogant, now he act like he don't know nobody, can't deal with nobody, okay? So it's like, dear one, the main people that were getting some type of benefit on you, from you overextending yourself, or from, draining yourself dry and doing so much but not asking for anything back in return, or when you would ask, dear one, you would get breadcrumbs or little to nothing, okay? These particular people, dear one, that can no longer benefit from you when you were in a situation where you were too nice to people, you were too kind, okay? You had no boundaries, anybody could get in. They're very upset, dear one, because now they no longer have access to you, okay? They don't have their grade A supply, okay? They don't have to, they don't have the privilege to sit on their ass and be lazy because they know that dun-da-da-dun, Lisa's gonna come to the rescue, or JoJo is going to come to the rescue. So now they're feeling offended, they're feeling slighted, because it's like now this is forcing them to handle their own shit, okay, handle their own business, their own affairs, okay, and to essentially be responsible for, taking care of themselves and for emotionally fulfilling themselves, and stop, giving that burden, that is not yours to carry, where you are being made responsible for how someone else feels. You're being made responsible to regulate somebody else's goddamn nervous system, okay? You got to regulate yours and theirs, okay? Where the fuck they do that at, okay? Come through, spirit. So a lot of you guys, everyone, you have changed the game, okay? You guys have rocked the boat, okay? You are tired of, making it easy for everyone else, but to your detriment, where your health is affected, your peace of mind is affected, okay? Your mental is affected, okay? For some of you guys, when you were overgiving and too nice and too kind with no boundaries, okay? Your money was affected, okay? Your wallet was affected because you were giving your money to able-bodied motherfuckers, okay? They got 24 hours in a day just like you, but yet they constantly have their hands out to you asking, can you loan me? Can you give me? No, but I could loan your ass, a link so you can look for a job, motherfucker, with your goddamn broke ass. Quit asking me for money. I can't help you. Okay? Come through, spirit. That's for somebody. Okay? So, in a nutshell, dear one, this is the energy that you're currently exuding, okay? You guys have pulled back your energy, okay? You're very much so vetting out who is worthy of your love, your time, your attention, and even, financial assistance if you see that, that's something that you have to give to someone without, putting yourself in some type of bind, okay? And there are a lot of people, dear one, that, they were so selfish and, they benefited from this. Now they're forced to carry their own weight. So they're trying to throw you off your A game because they hate the fact, dear one, that you're on top. And in some way, shape, or form, dear one, they're currently dealing with or facing some type of lack in their life, okay? These could be people that you know, dear one. These could also be people that you don't know, people that are competing with your ass, okay? Sitting back in the cut, lurking, people that don't know your ass from a can of paint, but, they have made you some type of target that they want to come after because something that you're doing, okay, doesn't sit right with them, or, something that you represent, okay, or even how you look or show up in the world, okay, is throwing this person off in terms of their self-esteem, in terms of their fake pseudo confidence, dear one. And so now they're trying to throw off your A game. Okay, let's get into it. Come through, spirit. Ooh, a lot fell out. Okay, so spirit, tell my collective, okay, who's trying to throw off their A game, okay? Who collective is trying to throw off your A game, okay? And then we can get a little bit into, what your A game is, okay? For some of you guys, dear one, right off the bat, we have slick with it, thick with it. Your A game, dear one, is, your gift of gab, your confidence, and your beauty, okay? How you look, okay? Your physical aesthetic, dear one. Someone is trying to throw you off, okay? So your A game is that, I'm hearing pretty privilege, okay? This could also apply to the fellas too. Someone, dear one, they hate the fact they feel as though because, you clean up well, because you present yourself in such a way that, you're getting a lot of doors of opportunity open for you. You have a lot of people checking for you. You guys have options in the dating realms. You guys have options, in your career or perhaps in your business as far as, networking with people and really getting to know a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life simply because of how you look and how, you take care of yourself, you clean up well. And we know one that, we live in a very visual world, okay? And, I ain't saying that it's right, but I'm just saying that, that's what it is. So a lot of you guys, you have played on, your assets. You have played on, accentuating your strengths, if you will. And so, you're out there, in these streets, okay? And you're slick with it and you're thick with it. And, somebody that's very threatened by your beauty, someone that's very threatened by your perceived pretty privilege and the opportunities that you have, the options that you have because of the way you look, okay? That you can get a lot done because people want to help you, because people want to be in your world. They want to be your friend. They want to be your lover. They want to work with you. They want to collab with you. They just want to be around you, your energy, your light. And, you look good, okay? So, dear one, there is someone that, for some of you guys, this is a group of people. Because you're slick with it, because you're thick with it, you have the gift of gab. You're a very powerful communicator, something very good at what you do, okay? Something that you're doing, shall I say, you're very good at what you do. So people are now perceiving you, dear one, excuse me. People are now perceiving you guys to be like some type of double, triple threat, okay? So it's like not only do people perceive you as being someone that has a beautiful personality, you're very charismatic, you're easy to talk to, you're easy to get along with, okay? You're intelligent, you can hold a conversation about a lot of different topics, okay? You're more than like a one-trick pony, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit. You guys are like an onion, okay? There's many layers to you, and it's like depending on, your circle or the people that you're around, certain people are privy to removing certain layers and getting to, another deeper level of who you are and how you're showing up in the world. Okay. And then also, you're easy on the eyes. People want to be seen with you, dear one. People think that, by being seen with you, they can get some type of clout, or they can get some type of one up, or, you're good for their brand. You're good for their look. Okay. You're good for business. Okay. You're good for, I heard for one particular energy, you're good for making an ex jealous or a current jealous. Okay. Someone, dear one, it's like they're trying to clout chase off of you. It's like they're trying to, say that, you and they have some type of connection or some type of past, because they want to use you as like their ace in a hole to make someone jealous. This could be someone from their past, or this could be someone that they're currently with, dear one. Okay. That has come through. Okay. So someone trying to use you. Okay. But in the midst, dear one, of them trying to use you, they're still trying to throw you off your A game. And it has something to do with the fact that, dear one, they feel as though, while you have so many options, and while, you have so many suitors, and, you have so many opportunities open for you, with your pretty privilege and with your intellect, your gift of gab, and everything that you're working with. Okay. You on your high horse now. So it's like, someone feels as though they'll never be on your level unless they can find a way to pull you down. Okay. Unless they can find a way to, throw a monkey wrench in your game. Okay. You got a nice, beautiful, lucrative job. You're making a lot of money. Okay. Well, this is someone, dear one, they would not go beyond trying to, do some type of janky juju. Okay. Do some poverty spells, or do some type of smear campaigning, dear one. Or, something behind the scenes that could be, damaging to your career, that could cause you to get fired, or cause you to have some type of, I'm hearing like administrative review. Okay. Some type of false reporting where it could put your licensing or your certification or something on the line. Okay. So if you're in some type of field, like a medical field, like you could be a nurse or a doula, or you have some type of special training or something, and it's like every couple of years or so you have to get reinstated. Also, this could apply for teachers. Okay. It's like, dear one, someone is trying to, go behind the scenes and create some type of, some type of distraction, some type of chaos that has your name on it, so that some type of bogus review can be opened up for you guys, all for the purpose of getting you to lose your job, because they want to bring you down to their level. They can't reach you up high. You are forbidden fruit, but they're trying to bring you down, dear one, to low hanging fruit. And so, how they want to throw you off your A game. You won't look so fine, Lisa. You won't look so handsome, Jojo. Jojo, if you ain't got no job, if you ain't got no career, if you ain't got no business, if you ain't got no income coming in. Okay. And now all of a sudden you stressing because, you trying to figure out how to pay your first and your 15. So, you're not getting your beauty sleep no more. Okay. So that's going to affect your beauty. Okay. You're going to start getting them rings under your eyes. Okay. Yeah. Your skin going to start looking dry. You're going to lose your glow effect. Okay. Some of you, ladies, if you guys are sensitive, okay, being in a stressful situation like this, or trying to figure out, how you're going to keep a roof over your head for you and your little ones, or little one. Okay. Or just you by yourself. Okay. This could cause, you to lose some hair. Okay. This could cause your hair to start, thinning out because you're stressing. This could cause, throw off your weight. Okay. Either you could gain weight from emotional eating, stressful eating, or you can, undereat, from stress. Okay. This could affect you physically on the inside, internally, and on the outside. This could cause chronic issues. And so, this person, dear one, it's like they're trying to do like this domino effect. If I take away this, then all of this would be affected. This is a janky motherfucker here, dear one. And it's giving someone that knows you guys, but someone that is very jealous of you, but also someone, dear one, that wants you to themselves, like they want to control you. Okay. So it's giving like an ex, or it's giving like, a toxic family member or parent, or even a toxic friend that, you're no longer friends with this person anymore. And, they hate the fact that, when they were in your circle, when they were in your life, they had a little bit of influence over you. They had a little bit of control over you. And now they have nothing. And because they have nothing, dear one, it's like you have bossed up in some way, shape, or form, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. And they definitely trying to, throw you off your A game. Okay. They want you back at square one when you needed them. Okay. This come through spirit. This is someone, dear one, they're codependent. They need to feel needed. And it's something about, dear one, when you needed this particular person or when you needed this group, oh wow, you guys just made their day, okay? Because they had an earth angel in their grasp that really needed them. So this made them feel like they were the shit, okay? Yeah, that's for somebody, okay? Come through spirit. Okay, they're trying to throw you off your A game, dear one. Who is this person or who is this group, dear one? Who is trying to throw you off your A game, okay? Oh boy, we got some more janky, okay? This was in reverse, dear one. We have recording artists, okay? Now, this particular message may not apply to all of you guys, okay? This would definitely apply to those of you guys who are artsy-fartsy, those of you guys who do something very creative for a living, okay? You could be in the industry in some way, shape, or form, or you could consider yourself to be an indie artist, okay? So you could be a singer, a writer, a rapper, okay? You could be a producer. You can make beats. You could be a DJ, okay? You could be we're buffering there. Let me kind of tone down my energy, okay? There, we came back, okay? I still don't know how to control that, y'all. I hope none of y'all got booted out, okay? So, like I was saying, dear one, you could be a person that, something about communication, okay? You guys are very talented in some way, shape, or form, okay? So you could be doing voiceovers, okay? You could do like scores, okay? You could do commercials. You could do all types of things, okay? Something to do with the voice, okay? You could be a podcaster, okay? You could be a journalist, okay? You could be on satellite radio. You could be a radio host, okay? Online site or, mainstream, okay? I see a mic. I'm literally seeing the vision of a microphone in my spirit, okay? So, dear one, for those of you guys where this message most resonates, where you're doing something very creative, okay, with your voice, okay, that has something to do with communications, okay, or creative mode of expression, okay, in some way, shape, or form, okay, yeah, there's a person, dear one, that, hates the fact that, if you continue to rise, if you continue to be sane, come through spirit, if you continue to make strides doing whatever it is that you guys are doing, because I'm hearing for the majority of you guys, whatever you're doing, it's like, you're doing it, you're like an army of one, like you're a team of one, like you're holding it down, you're doing a lot of things by yourself. And you're making it look easy, but it's just that you're so damn creative and you know how to make a lot out of a little. You're very resourceful. So this person, dear one, who could very well have an entourage, a group, okay? They could have a team, okay? They could have a lot of things going on. They could even have more resources than you. They could have more networks than you, dear one. But they still feel very threatened by you because they see that how you have been able to make strides, okay? I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. How you guys have been able to make strides without having a big team, a big entourage, a lot of resources or anything like that, or what they perceive to be a lot of resources, okay? In comparison to them, they're very threatened that, if you don't get stopped, if someone doesn't stop you and, throw a monkey wrench or create some type of drama, create some type of distraction, okay? Make you feel as though what you're doing is not getting you where you want to be, okay? Making you feel as though you're not good enough, making you feel as though ain't nobody checking for you, ain't nobody checking for that, don't nobody see that, okay? If they can make you doubt yourself, dear one, and, make you stop, okay? When you're headed on your way, they feel as though, you're going to knock them off their spot. You're going to take all of the attention away from them and all of the attention will be onto you. This is someone, dear one, where it's like they're literally taking your potential and what you're doing. They're taking your personal business. They're making it personal, making it apply to them. Like whatever you're doing, like your success is their failure, okay? And vice versa, your failure is their success, okay? It's like this person is so far up your ass, dear one, that they think that, the sun rises and sets on their ass concerning you, okay? So this is someone, dear one, that really needs to get a life, but they have really targeted you to be some type of person where in a lot of ways, dear one, on the low, they have put you on a pedestal. They have put you as, you're the up and coming somebody, an up and coming rising star that, all eyes are on you. People need to watch out for you and see your moves and this and that, okay? And it's like this person wants to stop you before you get to that pivotal moment where a lot of people are going to want to start reaching out to you to collab with you, or reaching out to you to give you doors of opportunity and things of that nature, because they're like, well, damn, they blazing now. And, it's just them working by themselves. They working in their little home studio, okay? I got access to, Sony studio, okay? Yeah, I got access to this and that. I got access to, $100,000 or more equipment. You working with this and you working with that and you doing all of that, okay? So, dear one, there is someone in the same similar niche field or industry as you, okay? And they're very threatened by what you're doing. And they're like, oh my God, this person got to be stopped, okay? Yeah, oh my God, I got to do something. I got to, troll them. I got to, try to backdoor them in some way, shape, or form, okay? I got to do some janky ass juju. I got to put this mofo on the altar, okay? Lest, they pass me up, okay? And so, dear one, this could be someone that you guys may have known from the past. This could be someone that you could have been, some type of creative partner with, okay? Or maybe perhaps someone that back in the day wanted to be a partner with you. Or this is someone in general, dear one. It's like, however they have met you, however they have seen you, once they had their eyes on you, they knew, dear one, that you were a contender and that you were someone to be watched, okay? And they were trying to go out of their way, in their own little sneaky, sly way to make you doubt yourself, not have confidence. I'm hearing also skew the numbers, okay? So this could have been a person, dear one, that they had some resources or networks to people online. They actually could have been calling in people to get them to kind of shadow ban you guys or to suppress your content. They could have been calling people at Spotify. They could have been calling people at YouTube or Instagram, okay? Trying to skew the numbers, okay? Or trying to create some type of backlash for you, okay? Here it is, dear one, you minding your own business and somebody is already gunning for you, and it's like you ain't even gotten to the top yet. I'm hearing you ain't seen nothing yet, okay? But this person, dear one, they have made it personal. They have made it a personal vendetta, a personal mission to knock you off the box, to throw you off your A game, because they think that if you succeed, dear one, they're going to fail, okay? Now, I don't know how or where you know this person and why this person is so up your ass that they feel that everything that you do has something to do with them. But this is definitely, dear one, what I'm feeling in the energy, okay? All right, come through, Spirit. So this one wanted to come out as well. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, who is trying to throw you off your A game, okay? Dear one, this is someone that is very envious of you, okay? Again, this could be someone, dear one, that is envious of what you have, whether that be your talents, your gifts, your skills, your opportunities, your beauty, okay? The fact that you believe in yourself, the fact that you have confidence, okay? The fact that, you can make a little out of a, you can make a lot out of a little, okay? Yeah, the fact that you're very loving and, people naturally are drawn to you. So, it's like you guys are like a double triple threat. You're working with a lot, and you guys could, despite all of this, you guys could be very, very humble, okay? Whereas this person, dear one, that is very, very envious of you guys, that is trying to throw you off your A game, okay? They're very much so arrogant. They're a braggart. Before they get anything off the ground, it's like they have to announce it to everybody. It's like they got to try to blow things out of proportion before they even get it off the ground, because they want to make it a big deal. And, half the time they don't even get it done, because it's like, by the time they get through bragging about it, they don't have enough energy to put the real work into it to make it come into fruition, okay? So this is someone, dear, where essentially, they don't know how to put their money where their mouth is, okay? They're all talking, no action, okay? I'm hearing, they're just fluff, okay? They're, they just fake flex, okay? This is a type of person, dear one, come through, Spirit, where they spend much more energy in trying to have the illusion of appearance, the appearance or the illusion of success, shall I say, the appearance, the illusion of wealth, or the illusion of having clout and status, okay, and really being hidden, okay? They put more energy into the illusion of that rather than the reality, and really putting in the legwork, the sweat equity to really make it a reality. And dear one, they see that, authentic. You're not just talking about it, you're really going for it. And even if you don't talk about it, you could be behind, the cut, okay, cooking, just cooking, doing your thing, slow burning. And, because this person don't see you bragging, because this person don't see you popped out and doing this and doing that and telling everybody your business, they would assume that, you don't have nothing going on. But then, as soon as they think that and they start celebrating and getting too happy, dear one, or start laughing, I'm hearing from spirit, they ain't laughing now because, you're the type of person where, you could take a month or, you could take a little hiatus, you could go into hermit mode. But when you step out, dear one, it is very apparent to all who look upon you that you was busy, okay, that you was getting it done, okay, that you was putting in the work, okay. You wasn't just sitting on your ass, baby, you was working, okay. So this person, come through spirit, they're very, very envious of you, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit, okay. Let's get some more tea, dear one. Also, dear one, this person, they hate the fact that, regardless of the fact that, you have a lot going on and you're still humble with it, you don't brag. They hate the fact, dear one, that, you have control over, being envious of other people. You feel as though, hey, why should I be envious of anybody? I know I got it going on. So you're the type of person, dear one, where you would be inspired by people, but you're definitely not going to envy people because you know what you're working with, and you ain't got no reason to envy nobody, okay? Whatever they got, dear one, you already know, hell, I can get it too if I don't already have it, okay? If I want it, I can get it. It's just a matter of time, okay? So it's like because you have a different perspective on life, you have a different outlook, and because you see yourself, differently, you bet on yourself, you know that you're a winner. You also know that you're guided and you're protected. You ain't got to be envious of nobody, dear one. This is someone that keeps up with the Joneses. This is someone, dear one, they're heavily into peer pressure. They'll do whatever people are doing. They're trying to follow the latest trends, okay? Meanwhile, you're an individual, you're not following trends, you're creating them. Come through spirit. And this person is very, very envious, okay? They're trying to take you off your A game, okay? They want you to be jealous. They want you, dear one, to be jealous of them. But I'm hearing from spirit, jealous of what? They ain't got a motherfucking thing. They ain't got no goddamn sense. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no integrity. They ain't really popping. So they want you to be envious of them. But I'm hearing envious of what? They ain't got shit. Okay? Come through spirit. Yeah, that's for somebody, okay? Next card we have, you guys, is passion. Let me turn it over so you guys can see it, okay? We have passion, okay? It was in reverse, dear one. Passion in reverse, okay? So I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, right off the bat, okay? Whoever this person is that is trying to throw you off your A game, this is someone, dear one, where it's like, they fizzle out very, very quickly because the main reason that they want to pursue something is for the wrong reasons. It's like they don't want to be successful, or they don't want to be on top because they're wanting to use their gifts, and then they want to help people, and that they want to have a very beautiful, fulfilling, and prosperous life, just to be a good citizen, to be a good, source of inspiration to other people, to help them out, to, provide stability for themselves and people that they love, Nah, they don't want to do it for that. That's too much like right, okay? They want to, be successful, dear one, because it's like, they want attention. They feel as though money will give them attention. Being in the spotlight, or being known for something, or being a type of person where you're like in some type of leadership position and you have authority over other people. This is why this person does what they do. They do it for selfish reasons. They do it for reasons where it's like they want to have power and control over people. They want to put their foot on someone's neck and have that authority. It's like they want to throw their weight around. They do shit, dear one, because it's like they want people to be jealous of them. It's like they want people to look at them and be envious of them. So it's giving someone that really suffers from low self-esteem and don't really know who they are. Someone that for quite some time, dear one, and still currently now, this person feels invisible. So it's like they have to do something very dramatic, very out the box. It's almost giving like, hey, look at me, look at what I'm doing, look at what I got, look at what I can do. Because it's like they look and they feel invisible. They may have been dismissed and invalidated a long time ago or early on in life, and they have managed to still have that type of personality quirk against them, where they feel as though they have to do something very dramatic, very, out the box. They have to have the center of everyone's attention in order for them to be seen, in order for them to feel validated. So the fact, dear one, that you don't operate this way, this person is, very resentful of that. Okay, they're very envious of that. It's like they want to throw you off your A game, because they're like saying to themselves, yeah, this person acting all high and mighty, they're acting all altruistic, but I bet you, they want attention, they want this, they want clout, just like the next person. They ain't no different than me. It's like this person, they're one, they want you to be like them. They want you to have their type of feelings of selfishness, feelings of insecurity, just like them, dear one. But you're not like them. Okay, I'm hearing they not like us. Okay, yeah, y'all not like these people. You're not like this person, dear one, that's trying to throw you off your A game. And what is your A game, dear one? You're a self-starter. You're a motivator. You motivate and inspire yourself, okay? You're the type of person where you don't need outside validation. If you feel as though there's something that you want out of life, whether that be on a financial tip, whether that be, in terms of business or, a career, you want to make a lateral move, or you want to change, you want to up-level your life in terms of your lifestyle, okay? Or even in terms of your relationships, or even in terms of your physical aesthetic. It's like you don't need nobody to, root for you, to cheer for you. You don't need nobody to hold your hand. You don't need to be in competition with nobody. You don't need none of that outside, low vibrational validation. I can't get it together unless somebody looking at me. I can't get it together unless I know someone is jealous of me. This person thrives on, low vibrational energy. They won't get up off their ass and do nothing unless they think somebody is watching. Somebody is watching because they're jealous. Somebody's watching because they lust or desire them. Somebody's watching because they want what they have, okay? This is how this person operates, dear one. But see, you're just the exact opposite. So, your A game, dear one, is, regardless of what other people think about you, come through spirit, regardless of, how people may be competing with you, dear one, you're not competing with anybody, okay? You're only competing with yourself. You're competing with the version of who you were yesterday versus the version that you would be tomorrow. Come through spirit. And so, you're dancing to the beat of your own drums. You're creating and making your own rules. And so when you play by your own rules, you're guaranteed to win, because you're not playing by nobody else's game. Okay. Their game of bullshit and fuckery. You're not about that life. Okay. This person hates that, dear one. They hate the fact that you're a self-starter, that you're very ambitious, okay? That you don't look outside of other people in order to get things popping, okay? They hate that about you, dear one. They also hate the fact, dear one, that, when it comes to knowing who you are and what you're working with, you don't sell yourself short, okay? You know who you are. So you're going to add tax on top of that. You're not going to allow anyone to lowball you, dear one, in any aspect of your life. And you're not going to lowball yourself. This person, dear one, they hate that, okay? They hate that, you won't, render yourself low-hanging fruit so that they can have access to you, okay? They hate that, you're not studying them, and, you don't care about what they got going on, because you know that your life is fulfilling in and of itself, and you don't have to compete with nobody. You don't have to envious or jealous of nobody, okay? Dear one, this person hates that. It's like they hate the way that you're built, okay? The way that you're wired, the way that you do the things that you do, okay? Yeah, and it's like they want to take you off your A game. It's like they want to create some type of situation in your life, dear one, where, all of a sudden you don't want to do things, you don't want to get out of bed, you procrastinating, or you're depressed, or, something happened and you just, you lost your mojo, okay? Yeah, they want you to feel down and out. They want you to feel like what you're doing, dear one, is no use, you're not making no momentum, you're not getting no traction, you're wasting your time, you're wasting money. This person, dear one, essentially is like they want you to feel the way they feel currently, okay? Is what I'm hearing from spirit. I'm also hearing like destiny swap, okay? If they could take your good energy, dear one, and your intelligence, your beauty, your physical aesthetic, everything that you're working with, if they could take that and how you feel about yourself and how you feel about the world, as seeing it as half full rather than half empty, if they can take that, dear one, and swap that with you and then give you their shit, their janky ass low self-esteem, their insecurity, their lack of confidence, okay, their laziness, the fact that they can't get up off their ass and do nothing unless, it's because, of some type of negative reaction that they're trying to get out of somebody, okay? Yeah, they want you to have that, okay? And, otherwise, if they're not working in that type of mode, I ain't working unless I see somebody looking. I ain't working unless I see somebody jealous of me. I see somebody want me or they want what I got. I ain't working. So, essentially this person they's gonna be a brokey all they motherfucking life, because ain't nobody thinking about this motherfucker. People too busy trying to get their shit up off the ground, trying to get their shit running, dear one, including you. And you don't have time to look behind you to see what some, lowly ass, janky ass mud duck or gutter rat, what they think about you and what they think about what's going on in their own raggedy ass life, okay? You're tending to the 24 hours in your day and not nobody else's, okay? Come through, Spirit. I'm going to give you guys a few more cards, okay? And then we're going to move on to pile 2, okay? They're trying to throw you off your A game, okay, collective? Okay, who is this person? And, what is your A game, okay? Let's see. Come through, Spirit. All right. We have flow in reverse. Flow in reverse, okay? Well, let me turn it so you guys can see it, okay? So that's flow, okay? Yeah, and it was in reverse, okay? So yeah, dear one, right off the bat, I'm hearing from Spirit. This is someone, dear one, whoever this person is or this group that's trying to throw you off your A game, this is someone, dear one, it's like for the age that they are, and you would perceive them to have a certain level of maturity, a certain level of life experience. It's like this person just cannot get it together. They don't have no structure, they don't have no vision, they don't know what they're doing. They're the type of person where they have all of these get rich quick schemes, okay, and they throw a lot of shit at the wall, but nothing sticks, okay? So they look at you, dear one, and they see you as someone where whatever you're doing, not only does it take a certain amount of skill, come through, Spirit, it takes a certain amount of talent, a certain amount of agility, and then it takes a certain type of mind where not only are you creative, but you have to be organized in some way, shape, or form. You have to be structured. You have to know how to block out distractions, okay? You have to know how to do one thing at the same time. You have to know how to multitask. So it's like, dear one, it's like you're able to go with the flow, and whatever you're doing, you make it look easy. But whereas this person, dear one, they're not focused, okay? They're easily distracted. They're always trying to chase, the next shiny thing. They're always into some get rich quick scheme, okay? They always need help. This person can't do anything on their own, okay? It's like their liability, they're a crutch. They're very codependent. They need somebody to hold their hand. They need somebody to encourage them, or else, they're quick to play victim and blame everybody else for their financial or relationship or spiritual or physical situation, okay? So this person, dear one, it's like they want to throw you off your A game because, again, it's like, they want to bring you down to their level. This person is very much so competing with you, okay? And they hate the fact that, from the outside looking in, it seems as though you have everything together, okay? It's like they want your life. They may perceive you to have, quote unquote, the perfect life in terms of what they want. Perhaps you're in a relationship that they want, that type of relationship that you're in, okay? Maybe they're in a relationship, dear one, where they have settled. They're in a relationship that's full of drama, topsy-turvy, okay? They don't like their partner can't stand their ass, but they still there. Why are you there with this person? Because they can't live on their own, because they broke, okay? Because they need somebody to go 50-50 and help them pay their bills, okay? Well, how are they pulling their weight? Okay, dick, okay? How are they pulling their weight? Okay, cooch, okay? That's all they can give. They can't really, meet nobody on their same level. They can't stand toe to toe with someone and meet them in the eye on their own level. So this person, when they feel as though your life compared to theirs is a lot easier because you're working with more, you equipped with more, you're gifted with more. And then because of that, you have, you have this thing where you're able to pull down people around you that are top tier just like you. So you guys can get a lot done because you're only dealing with people, dear one, that match your vibe. You're only dealing with people that's going with your flow, that's going with you and not against you, okay? You guys know how to select friends and business partners and, deal with those particular family members. Not all of them motherfuckers, some of them got to be, thrown to the wayside, okay? But you guys know how to deal with only the people that are going to encourage you, speaking to you, and that are going to be an equal reciprocity of give and take. You want to see them win, they want to see you win. None of that, sideways, smile in your face and stab you in your back type of shit, or I'm with you, you ain't worth a damn, but I don't want to be by myself. Like this person, dear one. Okay, so it's like they want what you working with. They want to operate how you operating, but they can't do it, dear one, because they ain't got what you got, so they can't get what you get. Okay, come through, spirit. Yeah, straight like that. Okay, dear one, I'm going to pull one more card for you guys, okay? And then I'm going to give you guys some signs and move on to pile 2, okay? So the read, y'all, is beware, because they're trying to throw you off your A game, okay? Yeah, who is this person? And maybe we'll get a little bit into what is your A game, okay? What is some of it, okay? So this card was in reverse, dear one. We have the number 3 solar plexus chakra, okay? The number 3 solar plexus chakra is in reverse, okay? So yeah, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit right off the bat. See, the solar plexus chakra, it rules the I am. Come through, spirit. It's your power center, okay? It's knowing where you begin and where others end. It also governs your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your body confidence, your body image, your self-respect, all of the good, okay? It's like, this is the part that rules. I see it, I want it, I'm gonna get it, okay? That's the solar plexus chakra. That's the power center. Where it's in reverse for someone, dear one, and they want to throw you off your A game, because I'm hearing this person, they're fake, okay? They don't have real courage. They have liquid courage. They got to get high. They got to get drunk, okay? They got to be around a whole bunch of people. They got to be around a group, a posse, in order to make something pop off. They can't do nothing by themselves. See, the number 3, they're always hanging in a crowd. And the crowd is just as negative and janky. The community is just as negative and janky. The family is just as negative and janky as they are. So, they sit up there and wonder why, they're no closer to their quote unquote goals or dreams, last week or this week than they were last week. And it's because they do the same shit over and over, expecting different results. And they're around the same raggedy ass motherfuckers who just like them. Lazy, can't get nothing off the ground, negative, low vibrational, and always looking at somebody else, okay? How the fuck you gonna get full looking at my plate, motherfucker? It don't work that way, okay? You not gonna get full watching me eat, okay? Yeah, but that's this person. They're distracted, dear one, because they're so focused watching you and trying to throw you off your A game that they're forgetting that in the process of why they're doing that, again, there's only 24 hours in a day. So why are you spending so much time and effort, why are you spending so much time and effort, sis, trying to, knock me down off my pedestal? You ain't got time to create a pedestal for you to get on, okay? Yeah, you missing the plot, okay? Yeah, that's this person. And so, dear one, to the reverse of that, you're the type of person where, you have gone through the motions of being around people that's always trying to humble you, being around people that, deliberately try to give you the wrong advice or the wrong information just to trip you up, okay? Or, people that want to give you those, fake ass, side ass compliments, but then it's got an insult added in there. And it's like, motherfucker be slick dissing and shit, trying to play on your top, trying to humble you. You guys have had your fair share of dealing with people like that. So now you guys are hip to the game. You know that, on site, okay? If someone is telling you, one thing and you know it to be another, or you looking good, feeling good that day, and they go out of their way to try to find one flaw, one thing wrong with you, you automatically know, dear one, that what you have here is a hater, and you're going to make that motherfucker exit stage left quickly and expeditiously out of your motherfucking life, okay? Yeah, because you ain't got time, okay? Yeah, you guys have you know how to suss out people that's really for you and those that are against you. You know how to suss out people that really have your back versus those that just want to stab you in it, all the while they smiling in your face, okay? Come through, spirit. I'm hearing that old school song. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. Come through, spirit. Old school. I don't know if that's the four corners. The four tops. What is that? If y'all know who that is, drop a comment in the comment section. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to ask her, because he is the king of old school. That's my blue-eyed soul right there. Yeah. But anyway, dear one, as I was saying, okay, you're the type of person, dear one, where it's like, you have your confidence now. You've been through all of those janky relationships, fake ass friendships, and, relationships with family members that claim that, they love you, supported you, but, they were always constantly gunning for you and really didn't have your best interest at heart, really didn't like your ass at all, okay? Was pretty much just tolerating you at a certain level. So now, you're the type of person where, I'd rather be alone and, continue to speak into myself and, do things on my own and just, live a life where I don't have to look over my shoulders, or I don't have to worry about, having to heal from people, trying to, play with me, play on my top, embarrass me, isolate me, abandon, neglect me, all of the things, just to try to bring me down to their lowly ass level. So, you're operating different now, dear one. And, this person, whomever they are, your confidence is your A game. Come through, spirit. Your confidence in yourself, okay? Your confidence in, your higher power, whoever or however you define your creator to be, okay? Your confidence is, believing in, what you're working with, your talents, gifts, and skills, okay? Knowing that if you don't stop, if you don't quit, that you're going to get to wherever you're trying to get, okay? That's your superpower, dear one. This is your A game. That despite the odds and despite what it may look like temporarily on the outside, you already know what it's going to be. That, the end is going to be a whole lot different than perhaps what the current is, and definitely what the past was. And so, you're going to keep on moving. You're going to keep moving forward because, you have a destiny to fulfill. You have something to do, okay? You have a calling over your life. And regardless of what the immediate environment or people may look like around you, you know that you're steadily moving towards higher ground, okay? Whereas this person, dear one, that's trying to throw you off their A game, they're the type of person where it's like, what you see is what you get, okay? They don't have faith, they can't see beyond the 3D, they can't see beyond what's in front of their face, they can't see beyond what they have experienced, what they have experienced in the past, okay? So, they're not like you. They're not a visionary. You're a visionary. And for what you have going on, dear one, and for where spirit is taking you, you have to have that type of mindset where you are a visionary. You got to look beyond what it looked like right now. Sage, my money a little funny right now, okay? Some days I got to rob Peter to pay Paul, but I know that it's not always going to be this way, okay? I know that I'm making it towards, a higher level. I'm going to be on higher ground, okay? I had a word that was spoken into me a long time ago. I was already told that I was destined to be a millionaire. I was destined to be successful. I was destined to be in a public eye. I was destined to be this and to be that. So I know that, where I'm at right now is not where I'm going to end up, okay? Come through, spirit. You have to have faith. You have to have vision. To live the type of life, dear one, that you're living, and to wear the type of mantle that you're wearing. And this person, dear one, that's trying to throw you off your A game, they don't have that, okay? Yeah, and this is why they're trying to throw you off. But it won't work, okay? Yeah, because, you're strong enough to stand on your own. You rather be right by yourself than to be wrong, surrounded by a group of people. This person, dear one, whoever they are, or this group, they're just the exact opposite, okay? This is why you winning, and this is why they're not, okay? Come through, spirit. That's one of the reasons. That's not all of them, okay? Because this person, whoever they are, they need some help, okay? They need clinical help, medical help, spiritual help, goddamn mental help, okay? 50 shades of fucked up here in the energy, okay? Come through, spirit. So yeah, dear one, that's a little bit of the tea. For those of you guys who have chosen pile 1, I'm going to give you guys some signs, dear one, and then we're going to turn it loose and move on to pile 2, okay? All right. Thank you, spirit. For those of you guys where this message most resonates, you or they, dear one, could very well be a Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Libra, Cancer, Sagittarius, if I didn't say so already, and also Aqua, aka Aquarius. Thank you, spirit. I'm also hearing Pisces moon, Leo rising, Leo moon, Capricorn moon. That's all I'm hearing. Thank you, spirit. Okay. That's for those of you guys who chose pile 1. Okay. I didn't hear any names for pile 1. Okay. All right. Now, For those of you guys who chose pile 2, dear one, okay, again, this is the energy that you guys are currently exuding in this current timeline, okay? We have the number 1 passion ignited, the number 1 passion ignited. So, dear one, you're the type of person where your A game has something to do with the fact that, you know how to get things off the ground by yourself, and you don't need an entourage, you don't need a posse, okay? You're the type of person, dear one, where you're very creative. And some of you guys out there, you could currently be working on something, some type of endeavor, come through spirit, some type of creative enterprise or something where even if you may have people in the near future that's going to work with you guys as a team to collab with, this is something, dear one, that you got off the ground by yourself, okay? This is something where, if you want, you can even maintain doing this thing by yourself, okay? Because it comes from you. This is coming from your talent. This is your own unique vision. This is your own unique goal or something like that, dear one. And now you guys are in the season where this is something that once upon a time you had put down, perhaps because you had a lot of other responsibilities that you had to deal with. And so whatever this thing was, okay, that you held close to your heart, you had to put it on the back burner, or maybe you didn't have the money to finance it, okay? Or maybe, you just felt that as you were in a season where you didn't have enough time, you didn't have enough energy to dedicate to that. But now, dear one, that I'm hearing from spirit, you have slimmed the fat, okay? So a lot of you guys, you have ghosted people that, you have already identified to be, weak, the weakest link in your life, shall I say. Wink wanted to come out, okay? Yeah, this could be someone, dear one, that was really wasting your time, someone that was trying to flirt with you, or someone that was just simply infatuated with you, but that situation wasn't going nowhere. And so you had to cut this person loose because they was really draining your energy and taking a lot of your time that you could have invested in this particular passion, okay? So a lot of you guys, you've done some work where you have cleaned house, okay? You guys have cleaned up your social circle. You guys have cleaned up, your environment, people around you. Some of you guys have relocated. Some of you guys are in the process of relocating, but it's kind of like you've made some room, okay, in your life where you literally have time to sit down and think. You don't have to always constantly be split in different directions, worrying about this person, that person, this thing, that thing. You guys are the type of person I'm hearing from spirit. Although you may be alone in terms of like being a popular loner, or although you may even be an introvert, you're the type of person, dear one, that everyone likes to call. They like to call your ass to talk them off the ledge. They like to call your ass to help them resolve an issue, solve a problem, do this or do that. But whenever you need help, dear one, nobody is there to encourage you, okay? So you guys have stopped, overextending yourself to people that don't know how to give back to you, okay? And by doing that, you guys have pulled back your energy. Now you have a lot more energy to give to yourself because you're not pouring it out on everybody else around you, okay? With their janky asses. Come through, spirit. This is for those of you guys who have chosen pile 2, okay? So now, dear one, let's get into a little bit of the tea in terms of they're trying to throw you off your A game, okay? Whoever this person is, dear one, okay? So let's find out, spirit. Let's get some tea in terms of who is trying to throw my collective. Ooh, that was kind of janky, that card. Who is trying to throw you off your A game, okay? Let's see. This one says, wow, and I pulled this card yesterday. So this energy is very much so, still ruminating, okay? It says they want to come back because they're broke, okay? They want to come back, dear one, because they're broke. This is the one, dear one, as clear as day that is trying to throw you off your A game, okay? It's like, they feel as though, you're not on their level anymore. You have bossed up without them. And, this has happened because you have separated away from this person. For some of you guys, it could have been someone you was dating. For others of you guys, it could have been someone you was in a very committed relationship with you. For others of you guys, it could have been, like a situation, or, baby mother, baby father, relationship didn't work out, okay? Somebody that, you friend zoned and never got off the ground, or, somebody, dear one, that was intending to come into your life, okay? But, they never really got up the nerve to, make something you know, pop, okay? So yeah, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, it's like whoever this person is, you know, they want a do-over, they want a second chance. I'm hearing missed opportunity for those of you guys where they had an opportunity and they blew it, okay? I'm hearing from spirit, they want to come back around because they're broke, okay? They feel as though they need you. Now they see that you bossed up, okay? When they were with you, dear one, you know, this type of person is lazy, but when they were with you, they had a little something, something, okay? But now that, you know, you're gone, they ain't got shit, okay? It's like I'm hearing whoever this person is, dear one, they have had to start all over again. So whatever they may have had in terms of, you know, financial assets, material things, you know, a nice car, credit was decent, okay, whatever the case, okay, once you left, dear one, you know, they hit rock bottom. You know, they started engaging in some very unsavory and irresponsible activities. You know, they started dealing with the wrong type of crowd and people, and it's like their life is essentially hit rock bottom, and now they're at the point, dear one, where they have to start all over again. Well, nobody really wants to deal with them, so now they're trying to backtrack. They're trying to circle back around, and oh, they remember you. They remember once upon a time when you loved them, once upon a time, you know, when you cared about them, once upon a time when you respected them. But I'm hearing from spirit, you know, you've seen enough. You've seen a lot now. You've seen you know, you scoped out this person. Now you recognize that, you know, you was just blind, because, you know, as you see them now, they ain't worth a good goddamn. And, you know, everybody else around them knows it too, which is why nobody is really returning this person's phone calls. Nobody wants to hang out with this person. This person's being ghosted. So they're like, well, damn, everybody in my current, you know, has, you know, flipped me off and gave me the bird, you know, people that I'm trying to get to know, you know, the future prospects ain't looking too bright. So damn, you know, I feel as though I ain't got no other choice but to go backwards. And, you know, I'm hearing from spirit, they can backtrack their ass all they want to, but it won't be in your backyard. It won't be, you know, around you. It won't be in your life. Okay, come through spirit. So this is someone, dear one, that's trying to, you know, throw you off your A game, okay? It's like, you know, they feel as though, yeah, you know, Lisa, you Lisa. Yeah, you know, JoJo, you JoJo. They'll never let me back in their life, although, you know, I'm delusional and I'm hoping so. I know that deep down inside, they'll never take me back, or they'll never give me a chance, or, you know, they'll never see me the way that I want them to see me. So, you know, I just really wish that I could fuck up what they got going on in some way, shape, or form, and at least I would feel good about myself. Hell, because, you know, it would make me feel not so bad if both of us are down in the dumps, if me and collective is down in the dumps, okay? If, you know, I'm going through shit and collective going through shit, and it would make me feel extra special if I was the cause of that, okay? So it's like this person, dear one, it's like they're trying to resurrect their ego. They're trying to, you know, resurrect or give themselves some type of delusion of authority or power by trying to fuck with you and fuck up with what you got going on, okay? And I'm hearing from spirit, that's a no-go. Come through spirit. So let's get some more tea, you guys, okay? For those of you guys who chose card 2, or pile 2, shall I say, they're trying to throw you off your A game, okay? Who is this person, okay? Let's see. Let me pull one more card off the top with this other card. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Oh, that one's janky, okay? Let's see, what's this one? This one kind of janky too. This one was in reverse, dear one. It says getting flued out, okay? It's in reverse, dear one. Dear one, this is someone that sees you as someone that has a lot of options, okay? Because of your pretty privilege or because you're very handsome. This is someone, dear one, that sees you as someone that has a lot of options. And so, you know, you have a lot of people that is really trying to, you know, show their best self, really trying to approach you, and they want to date you. They want to be your friend. They want to work with you, okay? They want to open doors of opportunity up for you. You know, they feel as though you're good looking, you know, they want you on their team, dear one, because they feel as though, hey, whatever they got going on, if they get you in it, if they get you on it, all of a sudden their team is going to become the winning team, okay? So, you know, you got people, dear one, you know, they want to, you know, they want to be with you. They want to get to know you. They want to work with you, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit. This person, whoever this person is that's trying to throw you off your A game, I'm getting like, it's giving like, you know, they're really trying to do something sneaky and janky behind the scenes, like backdoor. This could be someone that, you know, they operate in the occult, okay? Because I'm hearing from spirit, it's like they want to try to throw some evil eye, some negative energy. This person could want to put you on an altar. This person could be doing some type of spells against you, okay? I'm hearing poverty spells, okay? They want your money to dry up. Also, they want to affect your beauty in some way, shape, or form. Because whoever this person is, they feel as though really on the real, the reason why why you're being seen and the reason why you have opportunities is because, you got people that's checking you out and they're willing to, extend their hand to you to help you up and to give you resources that you don't currently have simply because of who you are and how you look. Okay. That's this particular person. Okay. This is also someone, dear one, this person that's trying to throw you off your A game. This is someone, dear one, where, they are used to people telling them yes. Okay. This is someone, dear one, they could be in the public eye or they could just be, well known or popular in their community or, in their crew or network. Okay. This person is used to being around a bunch of yes men and yes women, people that just, want to be with or around this person so bad that they'll put up with this person's bad behavior. Okay. They'll put up with this person's immaturity. This person, he selects the type of people that he think has less than what he has or has less than what she has. So it'll look like they really got it going on. But hell, a thousandaire look like they got a lot of money to a motherfucker that's broke or to one that's $100aire or, they ain't got number $20 in their pocket. Okay. And they trying to make that, save that and make that stretch to the next goddamn payday. Yeah. A thousandaire could, it could seem like they, a baller. Okay. So this person, they want, they like to hang around people that, they see as having less than them, because they always want to seem like they the big fish in a small pond. This could be someone where, dear one, once upon a time, they could have had a little bit of money where they were able to, take people out on, weekend getaways, excursions and trips, or, take people to, a person that ain't never been outside of the steakhouse, ain't never been outside of, Red Lobster, ain't never been outside of Applebee's, this person like, yeah, I'm gonna seem like I'm the big shot. I'm gonna seem like I'm big shit if I take this person out to, Le Cordon Bleu, okay? Yeah, well, Le Cordon Bleu it's all right, okay? But, for certain people on a certain level, that's like, somebody taking your ass to Mickey D's, okay? That's like somebody taking you to Burger King where you can have it your way, or take you to one of them, mom and pop buffet places, all you can eat for $12.99. This it's like this person, they want that they got a buffet budget, but they trying to ball. They got this ego, like they trying to take someone to Le Cordon Bleu. They trying to take someone to the restaurant at the top of the Eiffel Tower where they're overlooking the view of Paris, and goddamn glass of water costs $85. Okay, and this person act like he has it going on or she has it going on like that. So they choose people, dear one, that have way less than them. So it'll look like damn, they dollars look like 100, or they $100 look like 1,000, and so on and so on. So this is someone, dear one, where it's like, they really try to puff themselves up to be more than what they are. Okay. This is a big fake flexer here. Okay. This is someone, dear one, they're trying to throw you off your A game because, you're authentic. You got real bosses, real people come through spirit that's top tier, that's checking for you. Yeah. You got real people that, may have, boats and yachts or have access to them, or, have private jets and planes or access to them, or, they go on real ski trips. Okay. In Aspen, not, somewhere around the corner in Wisconsin, a back door, where they just, they spread fake snow, on something, you dealing with the real, they trying to be counterfeit, they doing that secondhand shit. Okay. Yeah, your diamonds are real, okay? Someone that you guys roll with, the type of people that you guys can pull, or someone that you have already pulled, okay? You pulling people, dear one, where, they can give you a real diamond. This person, they only, flexing with the cubic zirconium, they wanted to have a special type of cut where it looks like it's real. So, this person, dear one, they're not even on your level. They're not even on the level of people that's checking for you, people that's looking at you, people, dear one, that really want to fly you out and really want to, collab with you and network with you. So this person, they're really trying to take you off your A game because, number one, they jealous. They're jealous of the options and the opportunities that you have. And they're also jealous, they're one of the type of people that you're able to pull. And for one particular energy, dear one, this person, if this is a masculine, dear one, and you're a divine feminine, this motherfucker is on the down low. And they're really jealous about the type of man, the type of quality that you guys are pulling. Because you know what? This motherfucker want to be a baddie. He want to be the baddest bitch. He want to pull the type of man that you're pulling, okay, while he up there perpetrating and faking the fraud, pretending as though he's straight when he bent like a motherfucker. This is for somebody. Come through, spirit. Yeah. Yeah, that energy came through hard and long and strong there. Somebody really trying to take you off your A game, dear one, because they're literally trying to compete with you. They're trying to compete with you based on your options. They're trying to compete with you based on the caliber of men that you pull, the money that they have, and what they do for a living, and what they can provide to you. This person can't do nothing but sell you dreams and fantasies, okay? Whereas the people that you guys are used to pulling, and or dear one, for maybe one or two of you guys, someone that you have been able to pull, okay, present tense, okay, yeah, they're giving you the real deal while this person is giving you a dream. Okay, this is why they trying to throw you off your A game. But see, you will never be like those ones that, you know, that they're around, the ones that they can impress, you know, with a trip to Applebee's, you know. They pulling the type of people, they just so, ooh, oh my God, you're taking me to Applebee's. Oh, I feel so special. Blah, 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 blah. Girl, guy, okay? But that's what this person is working with, okay? Again, it's giving, you know, big fish in a small cesspool pond, okay? They can't stomp with the big dogs. You know, you guys are on a whole nother level, okay? Yeah, you dealing with, you know, real big fish. You dealing with tycoons, okay? Yeah, with big kahunas, big balls, okay? Yeah, big assets, big good credit, okay? Big dig energy, and they not just flexing, it's real, okay? Come through, spirit. Yeah, and this is their one why they trying to throw you off your A game. Yeah, somebody want to pull the type of caliber of men that you pulling. They want to get invited to the type of places that you're getting invited to, okay? Again, it's giving, they want to be the bad bitch. They want to be the baddie, okay? They want to knock you out the box. They want to take your spot for the type of people that you're pulling, or the type of people that's around you that want you in their world, okay? Ain't this about it, bitch, okay? Boy, go sit down, okay? The next card we have, you guys, is this one is a very, very raunchy here, okay? It says, I great versions for their energy and essence, okay? Yeah, so dear one, this person is really, really janky, okay? This is someone, dear one, you know, they try to target and lure people that don't really know a lot about that street life, that don't really know a lot about, you know, the fact that janky, raggedy ass, low vibrational people like this person really exists. So they go for people that's naive, someone that could perhaps, you know, be like a church girl or a church guy, or someone that was sheltered, okay, don't have a lot of life experience, okay, someone that's way, way, way younger than them, okay? So, you know, it's giving, you know, they want someone that they can mold and control, someone that haven't really come into who they are yet, okay? Yeah, it's this person. So this person, dear one, let's say, for example, come through, spirit, let's say, for example, this person is 35. You know, they like targeting and dealing with men or women, because again, this person, you know, they giving that DL energy there. They like to deal with people, dear one, that's, you know, just barely 18. They just made 18 like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, just enough for them to, you know, not catch a case, okay? They want them fresh out of high school, or, you know, this is the type of person where they'll lurk on college campuses for freshmen, you know, fresh meat, okay, that's them, yeah. This is the type of person they want, you know, it's giving, you know, ooh, I just had a vision, you know, it's giving like, you know, R. Kelly back in the day that used to hang out at, you know, McDonald's in Chi-Town for the, you know, the beautiful little high school girls, you know, yeah. It's giving that, okay? Yeah, it's giving, you know, that I'm the big man in the small pond. It's giving, you know, dude, you know, waiting in, you know, the parking lot, high school parking lot, okay, for a young, tender, young thing, okay? He all bit at 35, 40. She 17, ain't even 18 yet, or she just turned 18 3 weeks or 3 days ago. It's giving that, okay? This person, you know, very grimy, okay? They have that PDF energy, if you understand what I'm saying, okay? Now, this person, dear one, they're trying to throw you off your A game, because I'm hearing from spirit that regardless of you guys, your age or whatever, you guys, I'm hearing from spirit, you know, you may have that type of youthful essence, okay? You could be given the type of essence where, you know, you may have a baby face, okay? You can have a baby voice, okay, like your girl Sage. I have to check motherfuckers all the time and let them know, motherfucker, I'm grown, okay? Watch your mouth before I punch you in it, okay? Yeah. But, You guys could look a lot younger than what you are chronologically, okay? Or, you know, something about you're very youthful, you're very vibrant, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? I'm hearing that song, that old school song from Tribe Called Quest. You're just a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, you know? Yeah, like that. It's giving that, you guys. So this person, dear one, is like, you know, they see that the way you look is giving youthful resilience, is giving vibrant, you know, is giving, um, like a butterfly just floating around doing your thing. You got the whole world ahead of you. You got your whole life ahead of you. You know, you see the glass is half full rather than half empty. But don't get it twisted. You know, I may have been born at night, but I was not born last night. And if you come for me, I will return your ass to cinder. Okay, yeah, it's giving that, dear one. So you're like a double threat or a triple threat. You know, you look, very unassuming, very late, very naive, if you will. Because a lot of people, especially low vibrational people, they attribute people's beauty to naivety, that just because they look youthful, young, and beautiful, that they dumb and gullible, okay? That's this type of person. They have that type of mentality. But at the same time, dear one, this person have, in some way, shape, or form, they have found out either from direct experience of trying to test you. So this could be somebody you know, or maybe from just watching you guys, that, at the end of the day, regardless of how you look now, regardless of that baby face, you got that little apple face with that dimple on the left cheek. Yeah, regardless of how you look, dear one, they automatically know not to come for you, because you will return their ass back to center. Don't play with me. I'm hearing don't play with it. So yeah, they're trying to throw you off your A game, because, they wish that you was gullible. They wish that you was dumb and naive, but they already know they can't mess with you. But they wish that they could. They wish that they could trick you. They wish that they could play on your top. They wish that they could deceive you in some way, shape, or form, take you off your A game, catch you slipping, Yeah, but, I'm hearing from Spirit. It won't happen. It won't be so. Spirit is protecting you guys from whoever this person is. And again, like I said, from Spirit, for one of you guys, you could already know this person. For others of you guys, this could be someone, dear one, that from the start that they laid eyes on you, they had very nefarious, ill intentions towards you, and Spirit and your ancestors had to pull you away from this person, create some distance from this person, because you see what they do now. And this is not only physically, like on the real, but this could also be energetically and spiritually, okay? This person could be some type of emotional vampire, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. All right, Spirit, let's get a few more cards, okay? They're trying to throw you off your A game, okay? Who is this person, dear one, that is trying to throw you off your A game, okay? And what is your A game? For some of you guys, the way you look, your innocence, you look innocent, but you're not innocent at all. It's like, people underestimating you is your superpower. This is your A game, okay? Yeah. That's for a lot of you guys out there. I'm hearing from Spirit that shows pile 2. They're trying to throw you off your A game, dear one. Okay, who is this person? Okay, we got the card, you guys. You're in a powerful network. You're in a powerful network. So, dear one, whomever you are, this person that's trying to throw you off your A game, they could be very jealous of you, because once upon a time, they may have, judged the book by its cover. They may have thought that you were, gullible, naive, that you were vulnerable, you were out there by yourself, okay? Come to find out, dear one, that, you ain't by yourself, okay? You got a crew, okay? You got people that love you, okay? I'm hearing, somebody loves you, baby. Come through, Spirit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Somebody loves you, baby, and you know who it is. Yeah, you know who it is. They don't. Yeah, someone, dear one, come through, Spirit, old school. Somebody, dear one, they thought that they was judging you right. Okay, you look like you gullible. You look like you vulnerable. You look like you just out there by yourself. You look like an easy lick, an easy target. Whoop de whoop de whoop. But then when they discover that, nah, that's not the case at all, okay? You're in a very powerful network. You're surrounded by people that love you, okay? You're surrounded by people that got your back. And just because you flex them and show them online, okay, on social media, just because, you don't have your business, your personal business all out there in these streets, okay, that don't mean that, you ain't got some guard dog or guard dogs around you holding the fort down, okay? Yeah, somebody, dear one, It's giving that they thought that they were going to be the wolf, okay, that was going to come and huff and puff and blow your house down. But then when they didn't realize that, you got a wolf on the inside of your house that's preventing all the other motherfucking wolves on the outside of the house from getting in. Yeah, you're in a powerful network, dear one, whoever you are, okay? You're protected. You're highly protected in the spirit realm. You're highly protected in the physical realm, okay? Some of you guys, I'm hearing from spirit, you could be a part of a powerful network where you have people on the low protecting you, watching you. I'm hearing you got watchers, you got eyes, okay? You got people, dear one, that are assigned to you, and you don't even yet know these people, but soon enough you will come to know them. You got people, dear one, that have been secretly fighting for you, helping you fight your battles. Some of them have been fighting battles on your behalf, okay? Because some of you guys, you're in a powerful network and you don't even yet know it. Okay, this is for maybe one or two of you guys. It's going to be brought to your attention who you are in terms of your bloodline, who you are in terms of your family bloodline, okay, your spiritual bloodline, okay, in terms of who you are. You already in a network and you didn't even know it. Now that you're going to soon find out about it, you're going to be that much more powerful, because you're going to realize all of the resources and access that you have to you, and realize that you never had to be alone. You never had to do it alone. And matter of fact, you never was alone. Okay, you just didn't see the network who they were, but they were always there. Okay, that's for somebody. Okay. So, dear one, this person, they were just gearing up, chopping at the bits, dear one, thinking that, they was going to have you right where they wanted you, okay? That they was going to render you defenseless and vulnerable. They was going to try to create something, some type of cool, like problem reaction solution. I'm going to undermine your life in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to cause some type of, sabotage. I'm going to cause some type of lack in your life. And then I'm going to swoop around, and then, I'm going to be like, do-do-do-do, I'm going to play like Super Save a Hole, like I'm coming to save the day. But I just tried to find a way to get in and fit in. I was the one that created the problem, so of course I had the solution. Okay, it's giving that, dear one. But now they're what they was trying to get off the ground, their plot, their plan, their scheme, come through spirit. They was never able to make this work. They was never able to bring this into fruition, because they underestimated you. They underestimated, who you with, who loves you, who you got around you, who you are, your bloodline. People know you. People that have been called to you, assigned to you, to protect you, to defend you, even if you don't even yet know it, dear one, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit. Come through spirit. So, dear one, I'm going to give you guys one more card, okay? And then I'm going to give you guys some signs, all right? And we're going to turn it loose, okay, for you guys to continue to enjoy your very, very beautiful day, okay? Happy Tuesday to all of you guys out there, okay? They're trying to throw you off your A game, dear one. Who is this person? Let's see. We have surrender in reverse. Let me see if you guys can see it. This card is kind of light here, but it says surrender, and it's in reverse, dear one. Yeah, dear one, this person that is trying to throw you off your A game, this is someone, dear one, that has, this is like a control freak here, okay? So whether you know this person or you don't know this person that have their eyes on you, they're targeting you in some way, shape, or form. This is someone that, they're like a control freak, okay? The very fact that, you're doing something, or you don't have a handler, they want to be your handler, you're doing something, dear one, you're dancing to the beat of your own drums, you're doing your own things, you don't have to answer to nobody, you don't have to bend over for nobody. This person hates that, dear one. They feel as though, who do you think you are? Because this person, in some way, shape, or form, dear one, they are controlled, they are handled, they have a handler, okay? This person can't really do what they do. They can't say what they want to say. They can't go where they want to go. There's a level of restriction, come through spirit. There's a level of constraint that is placed on them. This could be someone, dear one, that is in a public eye, or again, whatever they do for work, whatever they do for their career. They have a lot of responsibilities, but they have very little freedoms, very little autonomy, okay? And they look at you, dear one, and they're very envious of the fact that you have the creativity, you have freedom, you have autonomy over your life. You guys could be doing something where, and compared to this person doesn't have, freedom over their time, freedom over their energy. When someone says jump, they got to get up and jump. Okay, this could be a person, dear one, they could have a regular a corporate job, 9 to 5 job, and they got to deal with the hustle and bustle. They got to deal with the commute and this and that. They got to deal with crazy ass people with personality disorders on the job. All of the different things that come with, when you're working for someone else, okay? And dear one, you could be just the exact opposite, okay? Like you're working for yourself. So, you create your own hours, okay? You decide who you want to deal with, who you want to make your customers and clients, and who you want to just say, that's all right, next, okay? You have more freedom over your time. You guys, I'm hearing from spirit, somebody upset, dear one, you got the type of time and freedom. You could take a goddamn nap in the midday, in the afternoon if you want to, and still get up and finish doing what you're doing, and it's not no thing, okay? This person wishes that they can do that, but they can't. And it's like, they're a control freak, dear one. They want to control your life the way that theirs is controlled. They want you to have to answer to somebody, okay? Preferably them. But I'm hearing from spirit, this is a no-go. This could be someone, dear one, that is a family member, someone that once upon a time they had a level of control over you, okay? You consider this person to be an authority in your life. You love this person, so you trusted this person. But time after time, they proved, dear one, that they couldn't be trusted. They proved that they didn't really have your best interest at heart, and that they was just a goddamn control freak with a personality disorder. So you guys may have ghosted this person or gone no contact, and they hate the fact, dear one, that you're the one that got away, okay? They can't control you anymore. They can't tell you what to do. They can't live their life vicariously through you, okay? So whoever this person is, dear one, whether you know them as a family member, as a past lover, or a past fake friend that was kind of weird, okay? Bitch want to be with you and want to be you at the same time. Like, girl, you better get on and get some more, goddamn it. It is giving weird, bitch. It's giving single white female, okay? You're calling me too much, ho. I don't like females that call me more than my man, ho. Get your life. Okay? Yeah, it is giving that, okay? Yeah. But this person, dear one, whomever they are, okay, they're trying to throw you off your A game because they know you're the type of person where you're very strong. This person thinks you're stubborn. They think you're rebellious, but it's not that you're rebellious. It's just that you have your own mind. You're not going to allow anyone to control you or tell you what to do. You a grown ass woman. You a grown ass man, okay, and y'all, doing grown ass woman and grown ass man things. Come through spirit. You paying grown ass woman, grown ass man bills, okay, and so you refuse to allow any motherfucker to try to tell you what to do and try to control your life, okay? Especially a motherfucker that ain't giving you no thrills and that ain't paying your bills, okay? Bars, okay? Yeah. So this person, they want, they're trying to throw you off your A game, by trying to become like your handler, trying to control you. They don't care if it's up close and personal. They don't care if it's behind the scenes. As long as they're pulling some type of strings, that's hemming you up or just creating some type of limitation, constraint, constriction in your life, okay? This would make them very, very happy, dear one, whoever this weirdo is, okay? The card is great. This is someone that's depressed. This is someone, dear one, they may suffer from some type of clinical depression, okay? Definitely suffer from mood swings, okay? This person could also be bipolar, okay? They could suffer from seasonal depression as well, okay? This is the type of person, they're one where they try to ingratiate themselves up into every area of your life, okay? All of these circles here, they want to be in every area of your life, every area of your business, your family life, your personal life, your business life, your health, your wealth, They want to be all up your ass, essentially, okay? This is giving like, this person, they could be like a gang stalker, or they could have gang stalker energy. This is the type of person, they don't know how to accept no for an answer. They don't know how to take rejection, okay? And it's like the minute someone tells them no, all of a sudden, they get, delusional and crazy and start gunning for a person and start trying to, fucking destroy a person's life. Motherfucker, I said no, okay? Why does it take all of that? Somebody, dear one, just because you won't give them no ass, come through spirit, they going through all of that of trying to throw you off your A game, trying to, infiltrate your life, trying to gang stalk you, trying to harass you, trying to be all up in your business. All of that, partner, because you can't get no ass? All of that because somebody told you no? You need to get your life, okay? Yeah, you need to be on somebody's couch, okay? You don't need to be up in nobody's bed. You need to be on somebody's couch with your dumb, stupid ass, okay? This person is doing the most, dear one, for one or two of you guys, simply because, you said no. You said enough. You said, I'm done. You walked away. and they can't accept rejection. They can't, it's like they don't want to see you as an individual. They want to see you as an object. Okay. Yeah. So they're trying to throw you off your A game by trying to, come all up into your life, remove your support system, remove or infiltrate, the people that love you, the circles where you are, where you feel safe and secure, protected and stable. Okay. And dismantle it piece by piece so that, you would be out there by yourself, and then they could swoop in and play super saver ho when they was the one that created the problem in the first place. This motherfucker is ill. Okay. Come through, spirit. Yeah. So, dear one, in a nutshell, that is your tea, okay? That is the tea that you need to set you free, okay? For they're trying to throw you off your A game. So you guys need to beware, okay? I'm going to give you guys some signs, dear one, of who you or this person could be. And then I'm going to say hi to the chat to as many of you guys as I can. I'll just do a few of you guys, okay? Then I'll read the rest of your lovely, beautiful comments, after the video goes up and does its processing, okay? And then we're going to turn it loose, all right? All right, here we go. Thank you, Spirit. For those of you guys where this message most resonates, you or they, dear one, could very well be a Scorpio, Taurus, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Gemini, Cancer, Aqua, and Virgo. If I didn't say so already, Virgo is very strong. I'm also hearing Aries rising, Sagittarius moon, Capricorn rising, Capricorn moon, Gemini moon, Scorpio rising, if I didn't say so already. Gemini and Scorpio, Virgo, very, very strong here for those of you guys who chose pile 2, okay? All right, now that's for those of you guys who chose pile 2. So now you guys, let me look at the chat, okay? Let me see what's going on up in here on this Tuesday. I hope that you guys are having a very beautiful Tuesday, by the way, okay? Yeah. So let's see, who do we have here, you guys? Let's see, I'm 1 hour and 30, okay? So I'm going to do maybe like 2 more minutes, okay? And then I'm going to let you guys go on with the rest of your day. So we have Laharian Deluri 11. I think that's how you say it. Like 14 does Summit. You'll love me. Okay, so you have a question, sweetheart. You missed the live yesterday. I was, allowing people to drop their yes or no oracle questions so that I can answer them. So hold to your question, dear one. And then the next time when, I get the nudge from Spirit to do another yes, no oracle for you guys, okay, perhaps you could be the lucky person that I choose to get your answer. Okay, so hold tight, all right? And you said hi, and how are you? Okay, I hope that you're doing well, okay? Then we have Heidi Quite 4081 says hi. Hi, Heidi, how are you, love? Okay. We have Beehive says, say what you're saying is are they getting worn out easily? I'm not sure what part of that message, dear one, are you asking that question about, okay? Then you said that sounds like a waste of energy. Yeah, it's a waste of energy when you have people, dear one, that's gunning for you and trying to throw you off your A game. And it's like, you're not paying them any mind and you're continuing to do your thing, do what it do and mind the business that pays you. But a lot of people, dear one, people that do this in the first place, they're not thinking in their right mind. So, of course, it's a waste of time for people like us as we see it. But for them, dear one, certain people get up in the morning and go to bed at night thinking about you and thinking about how they can throw you off your A game, okay? So, again, they're not like us, okay? They don't think like us. They don't move like us, okay? Yeah. And then you have some other beautiful comments, okay? Let me scroll on down here. You say, I don't have time for insecurities. I know that's right. Frank Childress says hi. Hi, Frank. How are you, love? Okay. Arushi 1820 says, will I clear NEAT this year? I'm not sure what that question is, dear one. Hold that question for next time, okay? And maybe perhaps you'll be a lucky person that I'll read your question, get your question answered, okay? And then I see God show deal both. This is where you stop. You will go no further, okay? So the reading resonated with God show deal both, okay? And she's already declaring and decreeing that the person that's trying to throw her off her A game, okay, they will get no further than what they already have, okay? I hear you. God show deal both, okay? Then we have Kawabe Kawa Baby says hi. Hi, Kawa Baby. Okay, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Okay. Barbara Butler says, no thanks to them. All I roll by myself, that spirit needs to handle them. I know that's right. Sometimes it's best to want to, be that popular loner, that, that rolls solo, okay? Especially when you're a high vibrational person, you're really never alone, because a lot of you guys, if you're anything like your girl Sage, hell, I can't have the time be alone when I want to, okay? I'm not talking about inside my home, with hubby, my puppy babies, my in-laws, and people that come by and stuff like that. I'm not talking about them. But like, saying like if I want to go out to run an errand or just hang out or, go to a coffee shop or, go to my favorite bookstore, okay? Something like that, and I call myself wanting to have, a quiet, midday or evening, spend a couple of 2 hours or so while hubby playing golf with with his father and brothers, or what have you. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is my time to do this and do that, and I have my puppy babies with me, and it's just us. And damn, no sooner than I get my damn coffee, coca, maca, laka, taka, 10 minutes in, and I ain't even set up my laptop yet. I ain't even whipped out my book yet. Here comes somebody. Hi, how are you? Oh, I like that necklace. Well, what does that mean? Oh, ooh, hey, what are you doing? Oh, have you read that book? I've read that book. Let me tell you about it. I didn't ask you all that, partner. I'm just trying to have a quiet evening, with my fur babies and my mocha kaka laka taka chaka. Damn, here you come, okay? And one of my dogs be like, back up. He'd be like, rrr, rrr. And they still back up, be at a distance, still trying to run their goddamn mouth. I'd be like, damn, didn't you get the message? Okay. One of my babies said, fuck off. You still don't get it. Now, if he bites you in the ass, now you're going to be looking at me like I'm crazy. Come through, spirit. Yeah. But you guys, because some of you guys are very high vibrational, you're never alone, because, you might end up going outside to be by yourself, to do something, to enjoy nature. And I declare, before you get settled in where you at and what you're doing, somebody somewhere is going to walk up to you. That's just the way that it is. Okay. It's your energy. Okay. Is what I'm hearing from spirit. So for those of you guys who worry about being alone and this and that, you ain't got to worry about that. Really, what you got to worry about is not being alone, but being left alone. Hell, that's really what you got to worry about right there. Okay? Yeah, somebody needed to hear that. Okay? You be forgetting that when you go out into the world and do this and do that, people always walking up to you. And if they don't walk up to you, they looking at you. You turn around one day when you get the feeling. You feel somebody's eyeballs is burning up your neck, and you turn around and they looking dead at you, and they waiting on you to make eye contact so they could say hi or they could start a conversation. It's always there. It's just whether or not you guys pick up on it, or whether you guys allow it to come into your cipher. You can choose to ignore it. You can act like you don't see them. But there's always plenty of opportunities for those of us who are high vibrational to always meet people wherever we go, okay? Now it's at the point where, we just have to suss out, whether they're worth dealing with, whether they're worth saying hi to, or whether it's just, our best bet to just continue to act like we don't see their ass, okay? It's really just as simple as that, okay? Because you always going to have the opportunities if you're a very high vibrational being, okay? So somebody needed to hear that, okay? Open up your eyes. Spirit says people be flirting with you all the time, and you don't pick up on the cues, girl, or you don't pick up on the cues, guy. Yeah, you need to get out more and socialize a little bit more, okay? Or just, let your guard down just a little bit, so you can kind of recognize when a person is really flirting with you. They're asking you a question because they're trying to, break the ice. They're trying to get to know you. They want you to speak. They want you to give them a clint. They want to give you I can barely say it. Somebody stutters, they get nervous. When you're meeting people, that could be for somebody, okay? So spirit is like, slow down, okay? Don't be afraid to, slip up on your words. You're human. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be suave. That's in the movies where people always know the right thing to say at the right time, okay? Yeah, let your guard down. If you stumble, so what, okay? Or, just allow people to be human and come up to you, okay? If someone wants to give you eye contact and say hi and, break the ice, okay? Because spirit is saying, for one or two of you guys out there, the only reason why you still single, honey, is because you're not picking up on the cues that people are throwing, okay? You're not picking up what they putting down. You know, they trying to get to know you. They trying to give you eye contact. They trying to come over and say hi. But you either have a resting bitch face, or you know you clueless to the cues, or as soon as you see them making eye contact, you immediately go into resting bitch face, and you know, give them a look and it scares the hell out of them and they scurry along. Okay, that's for somebody. All right. And then we have Teresa Wakefield 5236 says hi Teresa, how are you, love? Okay, so the rest of these very beautiful comments, you guys, I'm going to read these comments after the live. Okay, all right. And so I'm going to end it here, you guys. So I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your beautiful day, morning, evening, noon, or night, whatever time that it is in your neck of the woods. Okay, and until next time, you guys, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay great. Peace.